Hello, everyone, and thank you for being here. I'm sue.oneschuk, and I am here to continue the workbook lessons in A Course in Miracles. And in this video, we are on lesson 185. And the lesson is, I want the peace of God. And it says, to say these words is nothing, but to mean these words is everything. I'm going to say that again. To say these words is nothing. To mean these words is everything. If you could but mean them for just an instant, and there would be no further sorrow possible for you in any form, in any place or time. Heaven would be completely given back to full awareness, memory of God, entirely restored, the resurrection of all creation fully recognized. No one can mean these words and not be healed. He cannot play with dreams, the egoic dreams, nor think he himself is a dream. He cannot make a hell and think it real. He wants the peace of God, and it is given him. For that is all he wants, and that is all he will receive. And many have said these words, but few indeed have meant them. You have but to look upon the world you see around you to be sure how very few that they are. The world would be completely changed should any two people agree these words express the only thing they want. In these first two paragraphs, Jesus is explaining the holy relationship, where you truly, truly within your heart, your desire is the peace of God. It is not just words. And that is what, we're continuing in our practice here of undoing whatever is in the way of really, truly within our hearts, having the desire for the peace of God. Undoing the ego thought system. Acknowledging that our only problem is that we believe that we are separated from God. And the peace of God equals forgiveness. And forgiveness is letting go of our blocks, letting go of our fears, letting go of our attachments, to the idols of this world. The fear blocks the love that we are. And, we give it, when we give it over to the Holy Spirit, we're asking the Holy Spirit to take it from us, to take these fears and these attachments and these desires, that are not bringing us peace, giving them over to the Holy Spirit so that we may be healed. And again, when we do that, when we practice that, we need do nothing, because the Holy Spirit will do the work. So again, those first two paragraphs are defining a holy relationship. And a holy relationship exists when two come together in the space of love. And that's their intention. So it goes on now to say, two minds with one intent become so strong that what they will becomes the will of God. For minds can only join in truth. We're separated when we're in fear. We're separated when we're in our ego mind. Two minds, it says here, join only in truth. Join in the love that we are. Join in the innocence that we are. Joining in the holiness that we are. Join in the guiltlessness that we are. The ego sees ourselves, or we experience ourselves as guilty, and we experience others as guilty in the space of judgment. That is, in that space, that's the special relationship. So it says here in the dreams, in the ego dreams, it says no two can share the same intent. In the ego thought system, there's competition. There's right and wrong. We want to be right and make another wrong. Or we're making ourselves wrong and making another right. These are the things to really be radically honest with ourselves in terms of practicing this course. Because when we are radically honest, we can then turn it over to the Holy Spirit. There's layers of this. It's a step-by-step process. But it's to really, in this lesson here, to really examine, do you want the peace of God? So again, I'm going to read that again. It says in dreams, and I'm going to say the ego dreams, no two can share the same intent. To each, the hero of the dream is different. The outcome wanted, not the same for both. There's the loser and the gainer merely shift about in changing patterns. As the ratio of gain to loss and loss to gain takes on a different aspect and another form. Yet compromise alone, a dream can bring. The ego dream brings compromise. This is the special relationship. Sometimes it takes the form of union, but only the form. The meaning must escape the dream, for compromising is the goal. It's the goal of dreaming. It's the goal of this illusory world. It's the goal of the ego. Minds cannot unite in dreams. They merely bargain. And what bargain can give them peace of God? In God, there is no bargaining. Everyone is whole and complete in the space of love, in the space of God. God created us in his image and likeness. There's no need for competition. It says illusions come to take his place, to take God's place. And what he means is lost to sleeping minds intent on compromise, each to gain each to his gain and to another's loss. That's the ego's game. There's winning and there's losing, gaining or losing. So it says, to mean that you want the peace of God is to renounce all ego dreams. For no one means these words who wants illusions and want their end, who therefore seeks the means which brings illusions. He has looked on them and found them wanting. Now he seeks to go beyond them, recognizing that the other ego dream would offer nothing more than all the others. Think of how many things that you've chased after, thinking that they're going to bring you the peace and the happiness and the joy, everything outside of you. And you just keep going. It says here, looking for another, going beyond from one to the other. So now he looks to go beyond them, recognizing that another ego dream would offer nothing more than all the others. As okay, I just repeated that. It's okay. Dreams are one to him. And he has learned their only difference is one of form. For one will bring the same despair and misery as the rest. So here's a few questions to ask yourself. Ask yourself, what do I believe the idols of the world will give me more than the peace of God? You want to ask as well, what am I clinging to from fear more than my desire for the peace of God? And here's another to ask yourself. Where am I resisting the peace of God? Now, I haven't mentioned journaling for a while, but I'm going to mention it again. You may want to ask yourself those 3 questions and reflect on them, contemplate, and do some journaling. So in paragraph 6 here, it says, the mind, which means that all it wants is peace, must join with other minds, for that is how peace is obtained. And when the wish for peace is genuine, the means for finding it is given in a form each mind that seeks for it in honesty can understand. Whatever form the lesson takes is planned for him in such a way that he cannot mistake it if his asking is sincere. But if he asks without sincerity, there is no form in which the lesson will meet with acceptance and be truly learned. So when we say, I want the peace of God, it is for everyone, not just for ourselves. Because you and I, we're one. Again, we have no private minds, we're one. It's all about the oneness. We're one with everyone. If not, if it's not for everyone, your request is not sincere. So you may say, I want the peace of God, but if it's not for everyone else, for the whole sonship, then it's not sincere. Again, it's all about desiring the peace of God for the entire sonship. Because again, we are one. We're moving from me to we. But we need to take a look at ourselves first, of where we are blocking this love from ourselves and from others. So it said, let us today devote our practicing to recognizing that we really mean the words that we say. We want the peace of God. This is no idle wish. These words do not request another dream be given us. They do not ask for compromise, nor try to make another bargain in the hope that there may yet be one that can succeed where all the rest have failed. To mean these words acknowledges illusions are in vain, requesting the eternal in the place of shifting dreams, which seem to change in what they offer, but are one in nothingness. Illusions are nothing. God is everything. You know, as I'm doing this lesson today and did a lot of deep reflection, I am really, truly going within my heart and taking this lesson in at a deeper level. To really feel this within myself. What is this? What, I want the peace of God. So the words mean nothing. I really got that from the beginning. So I'm going to start again at the top of, I don't know if I even began there yet, but we're going to paragraph 8 now. And it's today, devote your practice periods to careful searching of your mind to find the dreams you cherish still, the egoic dreams. What do you ask for in your heart? It's not that we not live in this world, and not that we, it's not that we, still don't want some, car, a house, a job, or whatever else, as we are in this human condition. But it's what's important here is asking, what do you ask in your heart? Where in your heart? Is it your heart that's calling you to whatever is in front of you? Or what is your heart calling you to? Those are the questions to ask. It's to forget the words you use in making your requests. Consider about what you believe will comfort you and bring you happiness. But be you not dismayed by lingering illusions, for their form is not what matters now. It's what's here. Let not some dreams be acceptable, reserving shame and secrecy for others. They are one. And being one question should be asked of all of them. Here's the question in this lesson as well. Is this what I would have in place of heaven and the peace of God? I'm going to read that again. It's a question to ask. Is this what I would have in place of heaven and the peace of God? This is the choice you make. Be not deceived that it is otherwise. No compromise is possible in this. You choose God's peace, or you have asked for dreams, for egoic dreams. And dreams will come as you requested them. Yet will God's peace come just as certainly and to remain with you forever. It will not be gone with every twist and turning of the road to reappear unrecognized in forms which shift and change with every step you take. You want the peace of God. And so do all others who seem to seek for dreams. For them as well as for yourself, you ask but this when you make this request with deep sincerity. I want to read that again. You want the peace of God, and so do all others who seem to seek for dreams. For them as well as yourself, you ask but this when you make this request with deep sincerity. It's really being sincere here in speaking, I want the peace of God. For thus you reach to what they really want and join your intent with what they seek above all things, perhaps unknown to them, but sure to you. You have been weak at times, uncertain in your purpose, and unsure of what you wanted, where to look for it, and where to turn for help in the attempt. Help has been given you. And would you not avail yourself of it by sharing it? No one who truly seeks the peace of God can fail to find it. For he merely asks that he deceive himself no longer by denying to himself what is God's will. God's will for us is perfect happiness, perfect love, perfect joy, perfect peace. Who can remain unsatisfied who asks for what he has already? It's already within us. Who can remain unsatisfied? I'm not reading, I'm going to say this again. Who can remain unsatisfied who asks for what he has already? Who could be unanswered, who requests an answer, which is his to give? The peace of God is yours. For you was peace created, given you by its creator, and established as his own eternal gift. This peace is eternal. You know, in the world, what changes is not eternal. So take a look at what, you are, what your desires are that are not eternal, that change. And how could your request be limited to you alone? No gift of God can be unshared. It is this attribute that sets the gifts of God apart from every dream, every egoic dream that ever seemed to take the place of truth. No one can lose, and everyone must gain whenever any gift of God has been replaced and received by anyone. God gives, but to unite. The ego separates. God unites. To take away it's meaningless to him. I'm going to read this again, okay? No one can lose, and everyone must gain whenever any gift of God has been requested and received by anyone. God gives, but to unite. To take away is meaningless to God. And when it is as meaningless to you, you can be sure you share one will with him and he with you. And you will also know you share one will with all your brothers whose intent is yours. It is this one intent we seek today, uniting our desires with the need of every heart, the call of every mind, the hope that lies beyond despair. The love attack will hide, the brotherhood that hate has sought to sever, but which still remains in God's created as God created it. With help like this beside us, can we fail today as we request the peace of God be given us? And our lesson is, I want the peace of God. And I say, want only the peace of God and nothing else. Want only love. All right. Beautiful lesson. Something really to take deeply into your heart. And again, remember, the words are nothing, but to mean these words is everything. All right. I look forward to being with you in the next video for lesson 185. Oh, no, 186. We just finished 185 for lesson 186 in the next video. And please like, share, comment, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. And Yes. Really take these words in today. And from my heart to yours, I offer you much love, much peace, and much joy. See you, be with you in the next video. Bye for now.